Good morning, guys. Today we are going to talk about Frida Kahlo. As you can see, I put for you on the English board this text. Okay, Frida Kahlo. In this lesson, you will read a short biography about a Mexican painter who specialized in self-portraits, autoritratti. You'll learn some new vocabulary and share your own definition of beauty. Warm-up questions. There are a series of warm-up questions. Have you ever heard of Frida Kahlo? If so, what do you know about her? What kind of art do you like? Do you have a favorite artist? And so on. Okay? So you can answer to those questions in your mind. Okay? I don't need to see them written. Okay? You don't need to write them. But you need to do this one, vocabulary preview, ok? Match the words on the left with the correct meanings on the right. Quindi ragazzi non c'è bisogno che voi facciate l'esercizio del pre-reading, magari leggete le domande e provate a vedere se siete in grado di dare una risposta, però non mi interessa vedere lo scritto, mi interessa semplicemente che voi proviate, parlando da soli, a rispondere a queste 5 domande. Però l'esercizio B del vocabulary preview vorrei che lo faceste, ok? Si tratta di trovare la definizione corrispondente alla parola nuova. Queste parole nuove, magari alcune non sono nuove, ad esempio canvas non è una parola nuova, sicuramente l'avete già sentita, in quanto canvas significa la tela dove si dipinge, ok? Mural è un murale, ok? Vi sto un po' aiutando. Le altre parole, invece di cercarle direttamente su Word Reference, che è il dizionario che io ricordo sempre, che raccomando, invece di usare Google Traduttore, usatemi Word Reference, vedete, per collegarla con la definizione in inglese, in modo tale che riuscite attraverso una perifrasi a dirmi che cosa significa quella parola, senza doverla necessariamente tradurre. Questa qua è la nostra reading, una reading che voi mi farete la lettura a voce e la traduzione scritta, ok? Allora ve la leggo io, poi vi ripeterò anche lo spidergram che ho creato per voi. Ovviamente la traduzione va scritta e lo spidergram invece va ripetuto e consegnato attraverso una registrazione vocale entro le vacanze pasquali, quindi per il 15 aprile vorrei avere tutto. Frida Kahlo, one of Mexico's greatest artists, born in July 1907. Frida's life was filled with physical challenges, starting with polio when she was 6, that left her with a limp. She was a fearless tomboy and her father's favorite. In 1922, she entered the Preparatoria, one of the top schools in Mexico. There were 2,000 students, and only 35 were girls. At the age of 18, Khalo suffered serious injuries in a crash. During her recovery, she painted a self-portrait, the first of many that would record events in her life and her emotional reactions to them. While at school, she met Diego Rivera, who had been asked to paint a mural at the Preparatoria. They met again in 1928 and married in 1929. Rivera's art became well known in the United States. Khalo was thought of only as his charming wife, but soon this changed. In 1932, after suffering a miscarriage, Khalo did a miscarriage in Detroit, the first of her revealing self-portraits. No woman had ever before painted such agony on canvas. Now Khalo's art began to be recognized. She took part in important shows in the US and Europe. In 1946, she received a Mexican government fellowship and began teaching at a new art school. In spite of her unusual style, she was an inspiration to students. In 1944, Khalo had the first of many operations on her back and foot. In 1950, she spent the whole year in hospital. Her paintings became clumsy and confused because of pain, drugs, and alcohol. Even so, in 1954, she had her first solo show in Mexico. Khalo was almost too ill to attend, but she sent a decorated bedhead, arrived by ambulance, and entered the gallery on a sketcher. This show was a huge success. A local critic wrote that it was impossible to separate her life and her work because her paintings were life story. Since her death in 1954, Khalo's art has been featured in many international exhibits. Her life was the subject of a 2002 film called Frida. Poi dovete farmi la comprehension, questo è true and false, questo è molto facile, T vuol dire vero, quindi true in English, e F false, quindi dovete mettere per each statement, per ogni affermazione, se è vera o falsa. E poi mi raccomando, fate molto bene la comprehension, queste 7 domande, che non sono personali, ok? Quindi sono tutte quante domande che ritrovate all'interno del testo, ok? Quindi this is your challenge, okay, your test, okay, your homework. At the end of the day, we can enjoy much more than we think we can. Questa è una bellissima frase che ha scritto Frida Kahlo, quindi tutta quanta la sua vita che passa spesso in ospedale tra varie operazioni, quello che lei dice quindi è: alla fine della giornata possiamo durare, possiamo sopportare molto più di quello che pensiamo, ok? Quindi uno magari si lamenta, però alla fine riesce riesce veramente a sopportare molto di più. Allora, qui invece, in here invece troviamo lo spidergram. Frida Kahlo was born in Mexico in 1907. She suffered from polio when she was 6 years old. In fact, her left leg grew much thinner than her right. She wore long dresses and suits to not let it notice much. She hasn't always wanted to become an artist. She wanted to become a doctor, and she entered in 1922 the preparatoria, that was top medical school in Mexico. And in this school there were only 35 women out of 200,000 students. When she was 18 years old, she was hit by a bus and she couldn't work for 3 months. She started to paint in the hospital. She did self-portraits because she said herself is what she knew the best. In 1928, she met the artist Diego Rivera, and they got married a year after. Diego Rivera was asked to do a mural in San Francisco, and the couple moved to the USA. In the USA, Frida's art began to get noticed. In fact, she became an unconventional teacher that was of inspiration for all her students. She painted revealing portraits. She had 2 miscarriages, and she painted the agony. From 1944, she had many operations on her back and on her foot. She was on alcohol and drugs and died in 1954. Her life was the subject of a movie called Frida, and this movie was made in 2002. Ok, allora ragazzi, questo qua è lo spidergram, io ovviamente ve lo lascio nella board come materiale Qui vi auguro un buon lavoro, aspetto appunto le vostre registrazioni e il vostro questionario anche. Se lo fate su Word mi è più facile correggerlo, se lo fate invece scritto a mano lo correggo lo stesso ovviamente, però è semplicemente per una mia comodità. Se riuscite a farlo su Word vi ringrazio, altrimenti non vi preoccupate. L'importante è essere sempre puntuali con la consegna, d'accordo? Allora, con questo vi lascio e ci vediamo presto, d'accordo?